All right, good evening. Welcome to our first night of Hustle. What we went over quite a few moves tonight. We kind of have a short month, so I wanted to get a lot of moves out there to start working on. Kind of the first thing that we talked about is that Hustle is a slot dance similar to West Coast Swing. And where it's going to be similar to what we've seen before with like East Coast Swing or Lindy Hop, is you have a bit of that rock step action, but where in Lindy Hop or East Coast, right, you might have seen this bigger kind of like back replace, we don't have as much time. So you're on 4/4 timing in Hustle, and the timing that we're dancing to is 3 counts over that 4/4. So our basic count is and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So it'll offset with the music a little bit, but why that's important is because it means that we have to have a very tight step. And so what it's going to look like is this and 1. And so what I want to make sure that we're not thinking about is I'm not taking a back step and stepping forward because that'll slow me down, and some of these Hustle songs are very fast. So really what I want to think about is it's an illusion of this rock step, right? Really I'm just placing my foot here, right? Putting pressure to the ball of my foot, right? Kind of creating the illusion of my heel going down, and then really stepping forward, right? So what it looks like is this and 1, which creates that illusion of that rock step, and then I can step 2, 3. Right? So again, if I'm standing here, it's and 1, 2, 3. So with our basic, what we want to think about is that I'm using the same, leads coming underneath with the 2 fingers, right? I can have that little, pistol Pete handhold going on here. But I want to think about having a much wider relationship in this connection and a little bit more down. So if I think about going back, right, I'm going to get that classic rock step. That's 1, 2, 3. If I think about kind of giving a little bit of downward pressure and a little bit of out, I can kind of signal to the hips that I'm looking for that push off. And 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And that's all our basic looks like, right? It's just this and 1 in place, in place, and 1 in place, in place, and 1 in place, in place, and 1 in place, in place. Right? I'm doing a lot more with my hip, kind of making space for that. So the next move is the wheel, which is basically like a right side pass in West Coast Swing. But the general idea is that we're going to kind of move, this clockwise pattern around each other. But I want to think about that the follow is coming down that slot, and as the lead, I'm getting out of the way for the follow to make that happen. So adding that rock in there, right? I have and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. We added on to that with the follow's turn. So instead of the follow turning counterclockwise through that, they're going to turn, clockwise through that, they're going to turn counterclockwise through the move. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my watch, right? Bring my hand up, look at my watch. That makes that window that the follow is going to come through. So if we look at it this way, right? I'm standing here, I'm looking at my watch, I'm making a window where I can see my follow's face, right? And then my follow comes through that. As soon as they're through, I just drop my arm very gently, and we're done with the move. So what that's going to look like adding that rock step in is and 1, look 2 past 3. And 1, look 2 past 3. And 1, 2, 3. So we added that for the follow. Then for the leads footwork, we added in the dive, which is really kind of just the opposite, right? The follow is doing the normal wheel, and the lead is turning counterclockwise, just like the follow did in the last move. So I like thinking about the dive because it's really helpful as a hand motion to think about, hey, here's where I'm going. So we call it the dive because I'm bringing my hand over the arm like I'm diving into the water if this was my beach or something, I don't know, right? Diving in. So really, without any footwork, I'm just coming over the top here, and I'm turning around and we're catching. So with the footwork, it looks like, and 1, dive, 2, catch, 3. And we'll notice here we tend to catch in this reverse handhold position. An easy way to get back to normal is the right side pass that we just did with the follow. And 1, 2, 3. So putting that together, I have the dive followed by the right side pass, which is and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. We talked about that there's some variations we can add. So really what the motion I'm looking for is this hand coming outside of where the follow is at. So if I take it over, that's the dive. If I take it underneath, I can catch my shoulder, and we can do a shoulder pass, right? Or I can do an underarm turn for the lead, right? Where I do 1, 2, 3. So doing those 3 back to back, I have and 1, dive, 3, and 1, shoulder, 3, and 1, under, 3, right? There's 3 different options. Then finally, we talked about, trying to keep our arms in tight. We don't want a lot of wacky, wavy stuff going on. Kind of the tighter you make it, the smoother this dance is going to look. and this is very much a case of slow is smooth and smooth is fast. So then the last move we did was sort of this catch in a right angle position. So right now we've been a lot of back and forth, kind of facing my follow. What I want to get to instead is this right angle position where I'm perpendicular to where my follow is at. So the footwork that the follow is going to do is exactly the same as that right side pass dive motion. Right? This is, the follow comes in here just like they normally would on the wheel, just like when the lead's doing the dive, right? And 1, 2, 3. And then the follow is going to do a turn it the way out, right? And 1, 2, 3, right? And so all I'm doing is the lead, what I'm adding in is this sort of side break. So this first part is just like I'm doing the wheel, and 1, 2, 3, but I catch the follow here and I give a little bit of a J hook with my hand to get that little extra snap and turn. Now I'm going to do a side break. So it's the same tempo, just and 1, right? And I give the follow that same back lead, right? And 1, and then I just cross in front, close my feet, and I'm back to normal. So we can repeat that over and over again. And that'll open us up for a lot more cool moves that we'll do next class. I believe that was it for tonight, so thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.
Can you do a 10-seconder?
Yes. So we have, sorry, here the basic. And 1, and some new moves we'll do another time.